Hi everyone, my name is Marika Dimitrova and I'm presenting today with Monica Ileva. We are now beginning our presentation titled Mind the Gap, using the design thinking to normalize mental health conversations for a better future. Unfortunately, our third member of the group, Cosmin, is unavailable due to illness, but he did contribute to our presentation. So I am about to start. Monica, you can say hello.
Hello, my name is Monica.
Okay, let's start with the presentation, which is the first slide is there. You can see the start, and the first slide is introduction and campaign overview. This module awareness campaign is designed in the module Design Thinking for Enterprise and meets the theme of assessment: how might we create a better future? The wicked problem that our group is addressing with the help of the design thinking process is the mental health stigma among young adults aged 18 to 30 years old. Mental health issues are becoming more widespread, but not many people talk about it, being afraid of being judged and pressured by society. So, the stigma of mental health was chosen due to its complexity and longevity as a problem in the society, with great impact on the individual, organizations, and communities. Young adults experience academic stress, work related uncertainty, financial and social comparison, enhanced by online media. Even with higher awareness, a good number of them do not seek rehabilitation out of stigma and fear of negative labeling. Right. Wicked problem characteristic. The concept of mental health stigma can be discussed as a wicked problem since it cannot be defined, has no specific cause, and has no specific solutions. It is conditioned by cultural conventions, organizational patterns, personal ideals, and media discourse. The responsibility and proper reactions can be subject to different stakeholders, including students, employers, families, and institutions whose views are usually conflicting. So you can see on the right side the wicked problems, which can be every problem is connected to others. There is no clear problem definition, are multi-causal, multi-scalar, and interconnected, can take a long time to evaluate solution, multiple stakeholders with conflicted agendas, solutions are not right or wrong, there can only be better or worse, every solution ramifies through the system, every problem is unique, problem cross organizational in disciplinary boundaries, problems are never completely solved. Now I'm moving on to the next slide, which Monica will read for us. Monica, your mic is off.
Oh, sorry, my microphone is mute. Sorry. Okay. The empathy space involved the realization of how young adults faced mental health issues, the informal interviews with peers conducted by our group, short anonymous online service and analysis of this discussion on social media platforms were carried out. These techniques served to get real voices and emotion reaction. Next slide, please. Okay, empathy insights. There were a number of significant lessons during the empathy stage. To begin with, the issues of mental health are frequently concealed under the mask of online personalization and works ethics. Second, young adults like to contrast themselves to other people when they think that no one shares their troubles. Third, uh, institutional mental health campaigns can be seen in the impersonal or performative way. Next slide. According to the findings of empathy, the group was able to restructure the general problem of mental health stigma into a design problem. The last problem statement was how can we normalize the everyday talk about mental health among young adults in order to lessen the stigma and promote early support seeking. Mm, The ideation stage involved organized um, brainstorming to ensure that as many campaign ideas as possible were generated by the group. Divergent thinking was stimulated by the use of techniques like mind mapping and how might we questions. Some of ideas were social media story, storytelling, prop up, event on campus, peer ambassador programs, and conversation talking in the workplace.
Okay, I'm gonna take over from here again. Okay, as we can see on the right as well. Okay, so now we're gonna start with the 10th slide. Campaign concept, mind the gap. The last campaign idea is that of mind the gap, which refers to the difference between the way people feel inside and the way they portray themselves outside. The campaign promotes small, truthful dialogues as a preliminary move in the decrease of stigma. Right? Prototyping the campaign. Low fidelity prototypes were developed in order to visualize the way the campaign would be run in the real environment. These were social media templates that had chat prompts, posters in areas of congregation, short videos, reels, and discussion cards in group rooms. The prototypes were centered on language that is easy to understand, user friendly, graphics, and minimal text to ensure that the users are not overwhelmed. Testing and feedback. The prototypes were issued to the members of the target audience in an informal manner to get feedback. The tone and the reliability of the campaign were well received, with the participants thought that they felt natural and not forced by some institutional tone. Nonetheless, the response also indicated the necessity of more explicit calls of action, including the instruction on where to proceed with the conversation or where to find the support that it should be required. Teamwork and collaboration. This project was carried out by a team of 4 members who worked on the project of equal basis and shared the responsibility of certain steps of the design thinking process. These functions were research and empathy, ideation and concept development, prototyping, and visual design and presentation coordination. Enterprise and societal impact. The Mind the Gap campaign can value both society and businesses. In the case of organization making mental health discussion normal can enhance psychological safety, employee engagement, and silence due to the stigma. This has the potential on enhancing well-being, retention, and productivity. Reflection on learning. The provided project indicated that design thinking is a potent tool that can resolve complex social problems The most successful was the empathy step, which allowed overcoming the world assumption and basing the campaign on the real life experience. Testing and prototyping helped in improving the quality and relevance of the final product. Conclusion and future vision. In general, Mind the Gap demonstrates that even seemingly insignificant design based intervention can result in a brighter future in the context of addressing the problem of mental health stigma among young adults. The campaign focuses on an ordinary discussion and it will lead to a cultural change rather than making an easy solution. Mental health issues cannot be addressed through awareness only because this is still a considerable step in the right direction towards more accommodating conditions. And here we have on the next slide our reference list where we got all our information from. And this is the last slide. Thank you very much. Monica, you can say
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you.